Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, and today we're going to be doing another Sample the World series. Now in this video I'm going to be sampling my Mercedes-Benz 1994 car. As you can see, I have a full pack of Mercedes-Benz 1994 sounds. Let's take a little preview here. I'm not going to show you everything because I'm going to make a separate video for it. I'm going to give you this pack away completely for free. Now, it took me a while. It took me like 4 days to record all the sounds, process all the sounds. But yeah, this pack is going to be available for you for free completely. I'm doing this project together with Sankas. You might know of him. He's a great music producer, and he's going to provide you with a lot of cool electronic sounds that he remixed with these samples. But anyway, today we're going to be making a lead sound out of my beep here. We have a little beep short. But for now, we're going to just stick with the beep long. Now, I'm going to start off with adding a new tune plugin because I do not want the beep to be off key, because right now it's not matched to a certain key. So if I would just, as you can see, if I play it, it doesn't change pitch. And if I would put it into granulator, it's going to be off key. It's not going to be in key with other sounds. So what I do is I take the beep and put it into a new tune. Now I'm going to Control A and put it to the C5 note. Cool. Now let's just adjust the variation and the center so it's perfectly on the C5 note. Alright, awesome. Now from here we can easily go to the granulator again. And I'm just going to drag this into the granulator. And now we have the sample perfectly in key. I'll close this up real quickly for you. Alright, so now we can start off by adding a bunch of effects here. But for now, I'm just going to create this little melody. Alright, so let's see what we can do. Going to drag that and left click shift to copy. Let's change up a couple of notes here. So I'm going to leave this melody as it is. I don't want to make it too complicated. So let's put that into the playlist here. And start adding a couple of effects. Now I'm going to start off with the multi-panter. Going to boost up the high band here a little bit to make it a little bit more sharper. Alright, awesome. Let's add an equalizer here. Cut out the lows and I boosted up the highs a little bit. Let's turn it down by -1 decibels. And now let's add a room here. And let's see what we can do with this. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. We can add a little fungus on here. And let's add a distortion. Alright, and to top it off, I'm going to add a little delay on here as well. Switch that to ping pong mode. Let's turn down the volume. Panning to the right for this one, and let's put that to 4 steps. And turn down the multiplying compressor just a tiny notch. Make it a little bit more quieter, about 80%. So we'll turn it up. Alright, cool. Now, it sounds great, but I think it sounds a little bit too robotic and perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag it out like this and just kind of randomize the velocity here. But anyways, let's play around with this a little bit more and add some drums to this. So I'm gonna go to my schematics folder, kicks collection, EDM kicks. Choose a kick right there. Let's go to snares. Choose that snare. Gonna go to pattern 2. Let's assign these 2 to the mixer. Root selected channel starting from this track. And now we can add a little sequence here. Alt arrows to move it up. Let's put in Village 4-step. Alright, we can add a little equalizer in here. Awesome, and let's add in the snare. Gonna add a reverb on the snare to make it stand out a little bit more. And let me take an equalizer and boost up the highs. And I'm actually going to add a delay to this to fill in the gaps, and I'm going to pan it to the left side. I can see it creates a little panning effect. I'm not gonna mess with drums too much, but let's add in our bass. Now I don't want to use any third-party plugins because I know that you guys don't have them, so I'm gonna use the native FL Studio plugins like G. I'm a really big fan of the basses here. So this time I just choose a preset. Okay, let's see what's up with the bass. It's a pretty sweet bass. Let's go to our lead and see what we can come up with really. Now, if you don't have these little ghost notes, you can always click Alt V to trigger those. So if you don't have that triggered, you're most likely gonna be like this. But I prefer with ghost notes because then you can really lay out your bass line with ease. So let's see what we can do. have a cool idea. I'm going to follow all of the notes here. So it's going to work out something like this. So you can see I'm following all of the notes. Get the idea? Let's switch the note a bit here. Extend that to 4 bars. So let's copy that over to another pattern so everything is separate. And let's add it to the mixer here. I'm going to sidechain both of these synths. So sidechain to this track. Let's add a limiter in here. Usually I have a preset for the sidechain, but I'm going to do it from scratch just for you. So you boost it up by 1. You can turn down the threshold and the ratio. And basically, the further the ratio, the more sidechain you're going to have. So I'm going to leave it right about there. Now let me copy that over. So I just click and save preset as. Drag that over here. And now we have the same attributes on the bass. Let's add a little equalizer here. Boost up the highs. Alright, let's put this all into the mixer. And let's take out our drums. So far it sounds really cool. Now as you can see, you can make literally any sound out of a sample here. Just regular beep, and I turned it into this awesome lead. Now I have a really cool idea. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select this all, Control C, and let's go to another pattern here actually, and paste that in here, and let's bring it up a whole semitone. Let's see if I know the shortcut. Yeah, so you can click Control an arrow, and it's gonna go up a whole octave. So let's put that to C6. I'm gonna make this really quiet. When the 5th bar is gonna come in, it's gonna pitch up a little bit. Now I have another cool idea. I'm gonna add an additional lead to this. So again, let's choose GMS for this, and let's see what kind of cool sound we can find. Again, I'm gonna use a preset, so all of you guys can just choose a preset and follow this video. Kind of like that. Let's put that to the mixer and add a couple of effects in here. Let's not forget to sidechain that as well. Again, if you don't want to redo the sidechain from scratch, you can just click on it, save preset as, drag it out of here, set a little cue. Now I'm kind of down for this stereo effect, so we can just stereo enhancer, and let's see what we can do with this. Now, as you can see, it goes a little bit to both ears in a funky way. Just listen to the difference here. As you can see. Now, okay, thank God. I'm quite happy with that sound, and I'm just going to introduce it on the 5th bar. Although I want the 5th bar to be a little bit more versatile, so I'm going to add another instrument to this, and I'm going to add some hi-hats. So I'm going to go to 3 samples, some cymbals. Yeah, sure, let's pick that one. Let's choose. And you can create a basic. I'm not going to even use the piano roll for this one. I'm going to create a basic pattern. Let's add it to the mixer again. I want a huge reverb on this, so I'm going to boost up the width and the decay. And let's add some delay to add a little bit of atmosphere. Again, let's put it to ping pong mode, turn down the volume, and this time I'm going to pan it to the right side. Not going to mess with the time much. With the EQ, I'm going to copy that reverb on here and decrease the width level and put the drive back as it is. But I don't like that this hi-hat sounds way too robotic, so I'm gonna select that and adjust the velocities like this. So it's a little bit more interesting. I'm actually gonna go to this hi-hat as well and adjust the velocities. Now it's a little bit too quiet, so let's boost up the levels here. And let's introduce them on the 5th bar. Now let's see how the finished product sounds. Alright, cool. Kind of want to boost up this sound here. Barely heard it. I wonder what if we lower that down. Pretty cool as well. But I'm gonna keep it as it is for now. And yeah, let's take a listen one more time. And hopefully learn something from this. Again, I'm trying to make these Sample the World series as many as possible, because I believe these just simple videos without me actually giving a full tutorial on something, just me creating things, I think that's a really cool way to learn stuff. I personally learned that a lot. I used to watch a lot of Future magazine videos where just, different producers show how they created a track from scratch, or, so that's how I learned, and hopefully you learned something from me. So let's take a listen one more time, and hopefully you learned something from this. Alright, thank you for watching, and see you in the next one, guys. Peace. Hello, and in this lesson we'll be learning everything about automation clips. What is an automation clip, how to use them, why to use them, and many more questions that you have been asking me in the past.